What's up, traders? It's Vincent Mokotedi giving you the update on this daily Forex and signal analysis of Winboss Signal Factory. Now, yesterday I was not in, but I was only able to update the real account traders community because I didn't have much time. My life has gotten busy over the past few days. So, without wasting much time, traders, let's just jump straight to the analysis and see what we have in store or what is going on. So first thing is, if you are paying attention to the weekly Forex forecast, or if you are paying a close attention to the daily videos that we are posting update on a daily basis, you will remember that on Monday we did want to see price go and react to our supply zone at 1.1650, then look for bearish patterns and formations, and then a continuation to the downside at 1.1541. This was the original plan, but we did not get there, and the market went straight to the bottom, almost reached our new low target of the week, and from there the dollar has lost momentum and strength. Now, personally, what I think this is we are going to, the price is fixing its own momentum for Friday's non-farm payroll. Now, I believe this is going to be a great place again to look for bearish patterns and formations to continue to the downside. Now, with that being said, traders, this also is a great place. This is the second supply zone, and this is the first supply zone. So with that being said, traders, if you are going to look for bearish patterns and formations, you probably would look for them at 1.1650, which is the first supply zone, or the second supply zone, which is 1.1680. Now, both these areas are still great place to look for selling opportunities. Now, traders, without wasting further time, I would like us to go and analyze the pound and the dollar. And traders, with the pound and the dollar, very simply put, what we do have right now is a great bearish pattern that we have that has just taken out the first supply zone, and the reaction after the first supply zone is a strong momentum to the downside. Now, after this candle close, we are using the 30-minute time frame to find entries. Now, after this candle has closed, of course, what you would like to see is a small bit of pullback, or the second candle making a wick, and then a continuation to the downside to make out this low again right here at 1.3261. Now, we did not enter this Monday based on only on correlation, not based on the market analysis. So with that being said, after that, after Monday, the market further continued on Tuesday, and after the test, we have some kind of a reversal to the upside. This looks like a reversal to the upside, but structurally, of course, we will only be looking for a reversal if the market reaches this weekly break of structure or break the weekly break of structure. In case of the break to the top of the break of structure, of course, then we will be looking for buying opportunities right here at 1.3489. This would be a great place to look for buying opportunities going into this week. But if we do reach this weekly break of structure and we start seeing momentum lag coming into the market, then this would still be the second supply zone, which is 1.3418, would be a great place to look for buying opportunities, of course, to continue going to the upside to take out structure at 1.3489, or to make that 1:3 risk to reward ratio. Now, with that being said, traders, this is the pound and its own momentum and analysis. Now, without wasting further time, somebody took these signals on YouTube and they made money with, as you can see, they say, your signals are working, sir. I made $229 from $50. Send me the link. Now I'm registering to join your community of traders. Now that's positive news. Everybody who is in here deserves to be sending me, or who watches these videos deserves to be sending me pictures like this, deserves to be sending me great analysis or great feedback like this one. Okay, now back to the charts. I would like for us to go and analyze the euro and the Canadian dollar. So traders, with the euro and the Canadian dollar, what we do have is similar to the euro and the dollar. Bearish patterns and formations without reaching our intended target at 1.6990, 1.6290, not 1.6990, 1.6290. Without reaching this supply zone, the first supply zone, of course, the market came down, crumbled, and we did not fall for this, as we know that the levels that we put here on our Vinbo signal factory analysis, they are very important, and the market somehow has to test them or give us a different structure. So with that being said, traders, this was an increase from yesterday, and we are now at the second supply zone. Now traders, what do I expect from the second supply zone? From now on, what I would like to see is bearish patterns and formation to continue to the downside to retest the 1.6172, which will be making the new low from last week's low. Now this is where I would take profit from this week if we do get bearish patterns and formations. But if it does happen that we are continuing to reach this weekly break of structure and we come to the downside, we are going to test this supply zone at 1.6322 to look for buying opportunities, of course, and then go to the upside. And if we do get this, but we do not retest here and then find a pullback, we just continue to the upside, a pullback will be imminent to test the weekly break of structure right here at 1.6371 to look for buying opportunities to continue to the upside. Now traders, with that being said, this is my bias on the euro and the Canadian dollar. And let's go to the pound and the Canadian dollar so that we can go. Remember, we are not analyzing the euro and the pound this week. I said it is not within my analysis requirement because it doesn't reach the required or the minimum requirements for me to trade it. Fundamentally, the euro is gaining momentum against the pound, but structurally we were supposed to, or it still has a possibility of going to the downside. So that doesn't make sense for me. I leave it because one thing about me is I do not force trades. I do not want to force anything else just because I'm here and I can just click the button. No, that's not what I'm after. I'm only after perfect setup. And as you can see, if you were some different trader, you would have forced getting in here, or even forced getting in here. But the mentality is different when you've traded for a long time. This is nothing to me. I know when to react and how to react to this market. It is a miracle to someone else that I have given this two levels, the second supply zone and the first supply zone, but I still haven't traded from Monday, Tuesday, and now it's Wednesday. I'm still looking for the perfect bearish opportunities. Now for some people, they need to jump in, and it confuses a lot of traders. So we don't want that confusion in here, and that's what the real account traders community trying to root out of those bad behavior from traders. We are trying to root them out. We are trying to take them out of traders so that they can become profitable and consciously calm. So without wasting much time, traders, let's go straight to the pound and the Canadian dollar. And traders, with the pound and the Canadian dollar, this looks like a good setup. These are great bearish formations that we did get here, given the fact that we did get them from the first supply zone, and now we are still getting them from the first supply zone since we did not enter the second supply zone. So with that being said, traders, if we do zoom out a little bit, of course, we would still remember that from the weekly Forex forecast, I was still looking for bearish patterns and formations from these levels or these levels, and we did just get bearish patterns and formations right now. I think the continuation might come to take out this low at 1.8557. This would still be a great and a fantastic setup. Now traders, remember, joining the real account traders community not only benefits you by trading only 6 free YouTube watch list, we also have multiple currency pairs that we are trading, and even specialized ones that you pick for yourself. Now with that being said, traders, we do have the gold signal that was given, of course, through this week. And with that being said, this gold signal was fantastic, of course. And as you can see, we did take out profit from yesterday's gold signal. And with that being said, traders, this was a fantastic setup to the upside. Now, if anybody else was missing from this, let me just remind you what this was. I don't discuss gold with the free YouTube signal, of course, but this was excuse me, but this was already one of those signals that made us money into this week, of course. Now this is what we call good signals that you guys are missing out on. We are trading gold, and there are those people who only trade gold, Now this is the signal that was given yesterday, and with the signal that was given yesterday, of course, this was when it was after it, moments after it was taken, of course, and to the upside and to take out structure. The same thing, this signal represents this chart. I hope it makes sense to some of you. So traders, without wasting much time, after completing with the pound and the Canadian dollar, what I would like us to do is analyze the last but not least, of course, which is the US dollar and the Canadian dollar. So traders, with the US dollar and the Canadian dollar, we are done again for this week. Why do I say that? Because I want you to go back to the US dollar Canadian dollar signal that was given live right here on YouTube on Monday. Go back to that video, check the reaction of the market towards what I said. I said in this video that this signal can continue going to the upside, since I'm going to sell the Canadian dollar against the euro. Excuse my writing, of course, it's funny. And the pound, I'm going to sell the Canadian dollar against the euro. I'm going to sell it again against the pound. So with the dollar gaining strength and momentum right through on Monday, I said this has the chance of not reaching our supply or our demand zones, which is 1.3970 and 1.3962. This did not reach or come close to retesting these levels, and it just went straight to the upside and took out profit. Excuse me. Now with that being said, traders, this was the signal and these were targets, and this was, of course, taken splendidly. Now traders, please make sure that this is one of you guys. Before you even register, you can test out the free YouTube signals just like the other guy did, who is now registered and funded and waiting for today's signals, but he has already gotten what we were dealing with from the beginning of the week, of course, because now he's a member of the real account traders community. This is a community where only real account traders come together, meet together, and make money. Come on, traders. Make sure you don't miss this one out. Look at this signal. The same signal and the parameters that are here in this screenshot, they are also here in this signal and in this chart. This was 1:6.06. Most of you do take 1:3 somewhere here. and then you are out. But for me, this was 1:6.06. Does this make sense to anyone? Come on, traders. Think big, think long term. This is the most successful signal service that you see right here on YouTube that explains the wins and the losses live without hiding anything, because their losses don't hurt us, but rather they give us the lesson. Traders, this is me from today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching this video, and remember again today, happy trading and peaceful trading. Don't stress over things that cannot be changed or try to prove them wrong. The market is always right. All you have to do is anticipate what it's going to do next and stay calm if it does not do what you want it to do. Bye bye.